Hello everybody! My name is Ian Boswell and I'm the creator of an upcoming game titled Fever Dream, which is in very early development here. I'm basically doing some rough engine tests, and I just wanted to showcase this really cool thing I just sort of figured out with you and go over some of the ideas that it's going to be presenting and bringing with it. Because there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with a room like this. Basically, this is what I like to call a no room. It's inspired by Frank Herbert's room where your destiny is completely, uncontrolled by the force of the universe because it's cut off from everything. And the reason this room is cut off is because it's a six-sided room where each of the sides folds in on itself in a non-Euclidean fashion. Long story short, where you see those grooves there, those grooves are actually where the sections of two world portals are fusing together. So if you kind of like get too close to it, you can kind of glitch it out and you can see some bugs happen. But, normally during play you're not going to see those kinds of bugs, and obviously I'll also be trying to fix them and get visual cues and stuff to fix any other issues that might happen. Right now there's a real-time lighting tech demo happening where the light is actually spinning around the room and is cascading shadows in real time from the walls as well as from the surfaces. All the lighting is actually coming from outside of the walls of the cube and being ported in. And that works just fine because the other sides of the portals are, of course, blank. So the light just sort of cascades on in through past them. And light isn't affected by world portals in any engine, really, to my knowledge. But here's the cool thing. Is, you can essentially do this forever. It's never going to end. You basically just keep going and going and going. And the reason I wanted to make a room like this and wanted to use it as a sort of a design jump-off point is I wanted to think about how I could create rooms where you start at the top, you work your way to the bottom, and then you end up at the top again. I was very much inspired by some of the rooms and antechambers, specifically the ending. No spoilers here, but basically you get into a room that folds in on itself like this, and you can just sort of keep falling forever. And what I wanted to do was something like that, but not quite the same. Because even though that was a cool idea and everything, I wanted to take it to the next level. I wanted to take it one step further and see how far we could really go with this. And I found there's two types of designs you can do with a room like this. You can have what I would call concave rooms, which is a lot like what Antechamber's room was like and what this room is like, where it's a big outdoor area and you can see sort of the framework exposed. You can see the guts of the thing, and you can understand, oh, this is a loop that's happening outdoors. But then you can also have convex rooms. This is just a term I invented, so maybe that's not proper, but it's essentially a room that's entirely inside, so there's walls all around you, and you only have limited viewing of the systems or the mechanics at work. Like, you might notice, like, a light blend that doesn't quite look right or something like that. You'll just head around a corner in a hallway, and suddenly you'll be back at where you started again. And so you'll have, like, rooms that, like, lead to here and then back into itself again and down. And you can have all sorts of really cool, bizarre structures that are built inside of a room like this using non-Euclidean geometry that fold in on themselves. And you can even swap out the walls. Like, this wall might become that wall, or the ceiling might become that wall, or something. So you can even have even screwier stuff happen where gravity will shift or the perspective will shift. And suddenly the whole thing will be, wrong-sided. And you can even do fake-outs, where like you have an identical room or a cube that's on a different axis or rotation, and as soon as you pass through, one of these giant-ass world portals, suddenly, bam, your rotation changes, and you're just falling down a hallway. So it's a very cool, like, system, and there's a lot of really awesome potential that comes with this. So that's basically a rough sort of rundown of what we're going to be building next. I will show you some more examples in the future of how these rooms are going to look. What I actually want to do, instead of doing concave or convex style rooms, though, is I want to do a hybrid. They're mostly going to be convex, so you'll be like inside and you'll see stuff. But there will also be these large windows that will allow you to look out and see the rest of the world. You'll be able to see, the guts of the thing from an outside perspective. So I'll actually do texture work and stuff on the outside. I know that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible for optimization, but the cool thing is, it's going to add to the visual flavor, and I won't have to do like skyboxes or anything, because the skybox will be made out of the guts of what it is you're inside of. It'd be sort of like if you could like be playing, say, like Antechamber and look out a window and then see, you know, the map and see what's happening with it and how weird and disjointed all the geometry is. So that's what I want to do, is rooms that fold in on themselves that let you in on the secret, so you can sort of see it, but have trouble comprehending it. I want you to scratch your brain looking at what you're looking at, and this is definitely going to do that to an extreme. I really just love the way this whole thing looks and feels so far. The sky fog is also going to be a major component. Basically, fog is a tool which I've been almost obsessed with recently for theme, and it's not used so much for optimization, but it does help in case, you know, your world portal render depth is like limited. So now you only have like one render depth you have to worry about as opposed to like multiple. We can do thinner fogs though that will allow for multiple depths to be visible, so that's also a thing that actually can be done. So I can test that out later in another video if you'd like me to check that out and show you just how deep the rabbit hole goes here, and you can see all the guts of it exposed. There are a few drawbacks. As you may have noticed, the portals on the sides here aren't rendered because they were bugging out way too much. I seem to only be able to open 4 at a time, but this doesn't mean that I'm only going to ever have 4 open. What I'm actually going to be doing is swapping them. So when you come close to this area, because it'll be indoors and you'll be on a sort of, not linear path, but on a path that is sort of semi-linear, you'll hit a trigger area which will then open up, you know, the portals to where they need to go. So they'll be shifting and changing dynamically as you progress through the levels. So it's not going to be just forced like this. But yeah, I just wanted to just sort of give a quick rundown of what this is. I was basically driving in a car for 12 hours, long distance drive, and I just had this idea come to me of, what if I made rooms that just folded in on themselves, and that was my entire approach to level design? What if every puzzle was a folded in on itself room? And I was like, you know, that in itself is so easy to do and fun, and it opens up so many design possibilities that actually like make my head hurt just thinking about how to even build them. Yes, that is a challenge that I would like to take and actually take up and do. And yeah, the gravity won't actually be this low, except for some places. But I did want to test some jump heights, get them feeling right, and I think they feel right now. Do need to work on some of those bugs, though, like you're seeing. But yeah, as a whole, I'm really happy with how this is coming out so far. So yeah, this is Fever Dream, the project which was once known as Het's Chase in the Elway, but had to change its name for legal reasons. Fever Dream, coming soon. When you see more of it, I will keep telling you more about it, and there will be more updates in time. For now, though, thanks for watching my silly little video about me just running around on platforms, and I hope this opened up some ideas in your head. If you didn't quite understand the idea of the room wrapping around itself and a puzzle chamber being built in this, like in the same vein as like Portal or something, trust me, I will have more content coming soon. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and follow and blah blah blah. I do have a Facebook and other things that will be coming out for this soon, and I'll keep you all posted on more updates as they come to the forefront. And eventually we might even do a Kickstarter campaign to try to get a little additional funding, do some awesome code stuff to this other than what we've already got going on. Though really I think the majority of the work is just going to be pure level design, and I'm going to be sketching out stuff on paper for a long time. One of my tricks, if you want me to just go ahead and expose it, is I'm actually taping 3 pieces of paper together to form a sort of inside of a cube, and then I'm drawing like start and end points and imagining how it would work in a 3D space, and that's actually working really well for coming up with level designs on the fly very quickly. So I need to go get more paper, actually. I'm running out. So, but yeah, that's about it. That's my whole update video. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to let me know what you think. Also, this music is by Forgotten Dawn. He'll be doing some of the music in Fever Dream. He's an awesome guy. Does a lot of cool ambient stuff. And we're not going to just do, like, flat ambient. I do want to have stuff with lyrics, actually. Lyrics are very important to me, and I feel that there aren't enough games where their background music has lyrics in it in a way that is relevant. I mean, you just never see that happen in a puzzle game, and I don't know why. There's really no reason not to do it, so I will do it, definitely. Alright, that's it. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.